What up, guys? It's our second episode of Guest List. I'm your host, Bromer. Next to me, I got my co-host, Rolls,
That's me.
and below
Yeah,
us, we got the amazing group known as Raid Value. How are you guys doing tonight?
as we do.
Hello,
Very good, and you?
hello. Bit.
Yeah.
Pretty great, pretty awesome. Excited for today. Excited to show everything that we've been preparing.
Mm-hmm. Big day for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Out with the old and in with the new, boys.
Ain't that the truth?
Mm-hmm.
But all right. So where are
Yeah.
you guys from? Like just not, city, town, state. Like where are you guys from? Like just area.
We're both from Venezuela. We met well, I'm not exactly from the same state as Ernesto. I moved out to that state like when I was 15, something like that, and then we met at when I was 18. But after 2 years more later, that's where we started to work in music and everything. When we first met, we didn't start it like in the same way. He was DJing with another person. I wasn't even a DJ.
Really?
Yeah.
So what made
Yeah.
you? So, when did you guys decide to make the group? Like, I know you guys just changed your name, but like, what made you? Like, yeah, okay, let's send it. Let's become a group.
Okay. That's a funny story. Actually, I was a solo DJ for a long time. I usually do a lot of back-to-backs or teaching a lot of people for free. I've never basically charge to anyone like how the teaching how to DJ or producing.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I make a lot of good friends, and between of them, there's one guy from younger than me,
Mhm.
that actually was starting as a DJ, but he was with a high ego, kind
Yeah.
of style. Um, uh, and I was doing my thing, just playing in clubs and all of that. And years later, after I met him, I knew he was doing a duo with someone else. I was like, wow. And he's playing bigger clubs than I used to play.
Mm-hmm.
It's different kind of music, but it's like I was impressed, just to say that. So this person actually was George, the person that he was playing with.
Damn, hell yeah.
So yeah, who's that? Who's George? I never hear that name before.
Who is this guy?
Yeah, between DJs. So yeah, the first time I listened, one of his set, their set, they play Latin music with a lot of electronic music that I love.
That's
I was like, whoa, that's new. Okay, that's fresh. Respect. That's that was the first moment. Say, you have my respect.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
But one day, for my
Birthday.
I think
Yeah,
for my birthday, but I don't remember how old I was. I think 23 or 22. I'm 25 right now. So I think it was 22. For my 22nd birthday,
Mhm.
I basically prepare a big event with a club and all of that.
everything.
I started
Damn.
calling all the DJs, local DJs that I knew that they're pretty famous. So in between those peoples, I called George. I never talked to him before, but I knew he was good.
Mm-hmm.
So I asked him like, oh, you want to play like in my party and all that? Like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, let's go. Go for
Yeah, let's
it.
go.
Why not?
So yeah, actually, the main difference on that party is like I throw a set inside the club because usually I play like house or techno music back in the day,
Yeah.
and it was like uh, another area like underground,
Yeah,
part of the
because
club.
the Venezuelan electronic scene is pretty complex, let's say, in that place. I mean, it does have a lot of for audience for a different time of genres, but the people they always want just the same music and the same things.
Yeah.
And the clubs they don't have like they don't put for example that another type of DJ like a trance DJ for example they don't put it in like in headliner or something even if it's good even if he feels like an entire venue with people they don't put it because they just want like oh let's just put the guy with reggaeton.
Yeah.
So basically, before started with Ernesto, I was like, well, I really want to play here because I really love electronic music. But what I
Well,
hate is that these people here they don't appreciate the electronic music like
yeah,
like how it's supposed to be like really good, you know.
Yeah.
And I started to be like, okay, I just can't just go ahead and draw a lot of music without like any other sense. And I started like mixing the reggaeton vibes with electronic music and playing in the clubs, and the people was starting to like it a lot. I started to grow like really fast because I wasn't even from that town, you know.
Yeah.
I wasn't even from that city, and I started like to play in one venue, sorry, and then the other one started to call us, and then the other one, and then the other one, and then what happened? Then I met this guy, and he told me like, "Hey, let's go. Let's just play in my birthday." I was like, "Yeah, sure. Why not?" I didn't even know his style of music, like nothing.
No
Like
idea
he
what
was
you're
just
getting into.
yeah. I just like I seen this dude. He followed with me in Instagram like 1 or 2 weeks ago. So I just know him for that. Then in that day, I opened it for him. I opened it for Ernesto in his birthday. You know, I
okay,
started the
okay.
night.
Just to stop you there. Ernesto is me, is Prague. Just the people
Yeah.
know, yeah.
Oh,
They know me as Prague, so
oh, yeah. Well,
yeah,
sorry, Ernesto Brack.
No, we get it.
It's-
I was just like, okay,
yeah.
I'm assuming Ernesto is Prague.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
mean, I don't know.
Scotty
I think it's
said, like, from what he knows, true clubs in Venezuela usually have the owner decide the music popularity. Even if it's like 100% awesome, the club owner doesn't like the genre, you're not gonna spot,
yeah,
which makes sense.
like a lot of time I was playing like music and I see the crowd reaction, you know, when you play electronic music and the people likes the drop and everything. You see like okay, I just played a hard song and people that they dance to reggaeton, they're liking it. So let's just keep it the vibe, and then the owners of the venue they can come to the DJ deck and they tell you like, hey, you need to lower it, put reggaeton because that's
Yeah.
what people want, and they were like,
I mean,
come on,
I
dude.
understand it because, like, that owner's got a certain idea of how he wants to go about that venue, but
But looking
yeah,
at it from
that's
a business, that's not a great way to do it
no,
because then
it's
you're
not at all.
niching yourself into a corner.
Yeah, you're
I
not
mean,
expanding.
it is for the secure thing, you know. I mean, if you want save your money, you just go for the safe place.
Yeah.
Reggaeton and big room and just the
Latin music.
mainstream music, you know.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But other venues they started to be like, okay, let's just give it a head to other kind of artists, but they were like really small. But going back to the birthday of Prague, because it's a really crazy story, because that's the day that I saw him, like, okay, this dude is not normal. Okay, this dude,
Yeah.
I need to I need to talk more with this dude. Once I stopped playing because I opened it for the night, and then I was like, yo, Prague, come on, it's your turn. And the people was like, really active because I was playing reggaeton and shit. And then when Ernesto just came, he drew up like a mix between a Skrillex set together with Valentino Can, together with
Hey,
Cubans.
Prac.
I mean, holy crap. Holy.
That's
I
fire.
never seen that before in
What?
a Venezuelan discotheque,
Yeah,
Never.
I
Never.
remember. I remember George came to me after the set and told me like, how you dare to play like so hard music on this club?
What got
Like,
balls?
that was the idea actually. That to mix
Alright,
that
Yeah,
shit like that
So-
hard shit.
Did you get any backlash from that? Like,
No.
No?
not at
Damn.
all.
At all.
That's cool. That's
I
awesome.
mean, some people they started to be like, "Oh, this is too hard," and everything, but
Yeah.
it was like, I don't know, 10 people over 300,
Damn. Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, you always got.
Because
You always find your fucking crowd, and it's just hopefully you get that
Yeah.
break.
Yeah, yeah. Just you gotta do what you want to do. You gotta follow your passion, bro.
yeah,
You
that's
can't,
what it
you
is.
can't. Yeah. I remember. So this is from like maybe a month ago, and I remember. I mean, aside from this show, I know Prac, you were saying before you came down here, like you were semi-active, like you could, do shows. You had somewhat of an establishment, and then you came down here, and it was completely different. And was that from like competition, or like, like how is like the competition different? I mean, I know they kind of are very selective with their genres, but
Yeah. I don't say like the competition. It's more like the people that you play for. I actually don't even care about all the other DJs. Like if they're like a beef between us or something like that. I don't really care. Um,
I used to have a lot
if,
of beef between these DJs. We used to.
yeah,
Yeah.
back in Venezuela we have like two DJs. Like we're like, nah, don't even talk to us.
feel that.
But yeah, the difference actually was like the people. The people were more like open-minded,
Mhm.
but they still have that that Latin music. Like they prefer Latin music, like beside EDM, that kind of
Yeah.
like deal. And yeah, so the problem actually here for us when we start playing here was the promoters.
Mhm.
That's way different than Venezuelan promoters.
But they were just not. They weren't working with you because you weren't what the venue wanted, or was that just kind of you just couldn't get anybody to help you out?
No, they just like, I don't know. I feel like they want something else
I
to
feel
give
like
into like that. Like, oh, you just get here. You don't have fan base or something like that, and
yeah.
there's no spot for you. And like that's it. Like, let me try it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's try it because
I
we,
mean-
we get here. We get here like George and I. We get like with that point of view. Like we're gonna conquer America.
Sorry.
Well, that also like you can go ahead, George.
No, go.
I was saying that also kind of like goes back to like you saying like people taking the safe route, like even if you're raw, like you're coming from Venezuela, you're foreign, you don't speak good English. I mean, you do, but that throws people off, and if you don't have a
Yeah.
fan base out here, they're just gonna be like, nah, bro, we can't do that. So it sucks,
Yeah.
but
Because like the
that's
first
part
time.
of it.
Even with our style, because I remember when we just landed in United States, we started to look for jobs or anything to do, and then like just to play, because just to go and play in some venues.
Yeah.
And we actually got an opportunity to play in, what was the name?
Fifth Avenue. Winwood Fifth Avenue or something.
Winewood
Avenue.
Avenue. Yeah,
Winewood.
Hell yeah.
yeah. Actually, I realized that it's a really famous place. I didn't knew that. I just talked to one of my friends that he was in Maracaibo back in Venezuela, and then he was living in the United States, and he told me like, yeah, I can get you a place to play in the venue. We were like, yeah, let's do that. And then we went there, and then they told us to play at like 2 a.m. or 1:50, something like that. It was like the closing of the venue. And I remember like because it was our first time playing outside Venezuela. First time like no idea about the people, about everything, and then we started with reggaeton. And then the people we put it reggaeton, and then the people was like bored. They didn't wanted to dance or something, and then we're like,
Yeah.
what should we do? I remember Ernesto and me like, damn. I was sweating cold, because
Yeah.
when you're a DJ and you see that the people is just looking at you
Yeah,
like,
you could feel the
what are
Yeah.
you doing?
Yeah,
So what did y'all do?
yeah, the promoter came to us like, you have to turn this up like right away.
Bam.
I'm like,
And then we just decided like, should we open the electronic music? And then Ernesto was like, go for it.
Do it.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
send
Let's do it. And then I just opened like we have this the USB, we have just random music there, and then we just started to play that. It was a typical big room, but together with some crazy mashups that we did, and the people went nuts that night.
Bam.
Like
Hell yeah.
So
the people went nuts,
Hell
and
yeah.
then
that was
and
your
then you
turning
see
point.
the difference, because like you can play and turn up the night, but if you don't have a fan base, you don't have a good how you say networks and everything, you will not make it. I mean, it's a hard reality,
Yeah.
and it's a quite understandable for the businesses, but at the same time, for the small artists, it's like, okay, where should I start?
You guys got a
How-
real
how-
quick reality check with that one, didn't you? Like, just playing
Yeah.
reggaeton, boom. Nope, no anymore. Figure it out.
Yeah, that's also adapting though, like some people might have froze up and I don't know. Y'all knew what had to be done.
Yeah.
yeah,
That takes fucking balls to even get on stage and then it's like, nah, you have to change your style.
I mean,
Fuck.
bro, like imagine just going to another country and like playing a show there. Like y'all said, y'all had no idea, what to really expect. So you're just kind of shooting in the dark,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
That's
It's like,
Shooting arrows to the sky, something like that, because
Straight up.
we're like, what is this? Where are we?
so with all the discords and all the bullshit coming up. Like, are you guys doing a better job of fans, or I don't know how to. I know what I'm trying to say, but I don't know how to say it. And it's killing me.
yeah, no. I know what you're trying to say. Yeah, actually, with Discord, I installed this. I joined Discord when the quarantine started. Thanks to the Beyond Wonderland Bravathon. Yeah, so I was like just watching. Yeah, I just watching the live stream, and I started for a moment. I usually don't watch like the chats, but for a moment I started watching the chat and like, oh, join our Discord. I'm like, okay, join our Discord. Join our Discord. Join like, what's going on with that Discord? Like, I don't even know how Discord works. I only know like you can chat and all that. But, like, that's it.
That's all you need to know.
I'm on quarantine. I don't have anything else to do.
What else you got? Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's try it. Yeah, I joined. Met a lot of great people. Shout out to all the people I met over here. Then I remember Hot Rolls invited me to Electric Vibes.
Yeah.
And they were like, after Electric Vibes was like, a raise. Like everybody telling me like feedback, and I started knowing people that actually like the music that we make and all that, because we basically we make music and send it to whoever want to listen to it, but we never have like a, oh, this is for you, especially for you or your
Oh, never.
this market.
Yeah, I've personally seen, you know, you guys grow. I mean, especially Prac on a deeper level, and like, you know, people started seeing, you know, how much heart you have. Like you had, you know, Hades trying to work with you, who does like amazing visuals. Now you got Sage working with you, so it's really cool to see, you know, artists like you guys really come to light. You know, like it's, you would have no idea, absolutely no idea, and it's pretty awesome. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's been a wild ride watching you guys, because like even when you guys like first joined, jumping into a few of the sets, then you guys went live on Twitch, and just to watch you guys go from like 3 viewers to now you're affiliate with the sub button and everything, like it's amazing. Because you guys, Crack, when I first jumped into your stream, somebody randomly linked it, and I'm like, all right, I'll check this guy out. Next thing you know, Hot Roll's like, yo, we're already trying to get this guy on our festival, like, because we're like, yeah, we dig this shit, and it's just amazing to see how far.
It is, man.
Yeah,
it's super cool.
Yeah,
I didn't have any DJ stuff or any DJ controller. I just bought it like 2 months ago because I was like, I was seeing Prac like playing. I was like working the other side, like going into like more into the concept and everything about rate value. And I was like, Joe, I need to play music again, but I don't have the tools. And then I just like, no, fuck it. I'm just going to buy this the equipment, and that's it. I just have it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, because I had a surgery back in January, and I wasn't able to even stand up on everything. And then I just started again like in March, I think. And then I was like, Prague was telling me, hey, you should join to Discord, because at that time we were having 2 blocks, but it was like nothing, you know, just 2 blocks, like just being like 0, you know.
Yeah.
Just there, you know.
Yeah.
And then just Prague tells me, starts explaining to me about Discord, about like the communities and thing. I was like, I don't like that, you know.
Yeah.
I just keep it the old school. But then I realized that how works, how it connects, how you can build and maintain the fan base here. I make a whole community, and I was like, okay, this is more than Skype with steroids. This is more.
Yeah. 100%. It's a hive, man. It's people come in and out, dude. The people that you'll exchange a hey with, and you don't even realize who they are. You know, it's just nice to just, dude. I meet people every day through Discord, like every day.
Yeah, like even you guys just mean, like, case in point, Daddy Mark, who's in the chat. Like that's something that really shows, like, yeah, no matter what time zone or anything you're in, boom, you'll make new friends. And even if you guys are having a problem producing a song or some shit, you got people now that'll help you out no matter what. And they ask the same back. It's like, it's amazing to see.
It's a really awesome community.
Even more and even more, it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. Like
100%.
Like seriously, even the Discord, Twitch, all of that is going to be, because some people, they think like, oh, once the quarantine like stops and everything, all the pandemic ends, we're just going to be like everybody just going out, and yeah, probably yes. But at the same time, a lot of people discovered this kind of application, this kind of communities, and they will start using it a lot, and like it's a lot, whole new possibilities here.
People might, you know, like, there's obviously when the quarantine hit, like everybody came to Discord. People didn't know what it was, so you had a lot of mobile users and people that didn't really get on computers or laptops. So yeah, when things open up, some of those people might fade away, but the majority of the PC and laptop users, it's gonna continue growing.
Well, at least for me, just like watching a lot of DJs playing on Twitch, I started to discover a lot of good DJs that actually like really that in my opinion should be playing in a festival like right away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and
And they just like Twitch DJ basically. Oh, that's how I met them.
yeah,
Um,
nothing wrong with Twitch DJ. Like everybody's
Yeah.
like, or a lot of people are thinking like, yeah, once this quarantine is fully over and shows start popping up, Twitch is just gonna fall off on music. That ain't true.
Those people that are
Ain't
thinking
true.
that are the ones that are gonna fall behind.
Yeah,
And that's just how.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just how it
Yeah,
is.
because we need to see this, like, for example, let's go back to 2013, 2014, 2012. Back when the DJ started to upload all their DJ sets into SoundCloud.
Hmm. Yep.
Now we have a better engagement with Twitch because not only you can just upload the set, you can always just interact with people live. You can just put a video, everything. And I mean, it's like it's the future, man.
Yeah, it is for
Yeah.
sure. 100%.
and
yeah, we have to be careful with the copyright, but yeah.
Yeah.
That-
Yeah, that's something. But well, yeah.
It is something. There's always gonna be obstacles.
Yeah.
It's just what's next.
Uh,
How do we get around this?
I mean, there's really no good way to get around it either, because like once,
not.
if you kind of, even if you go say, hey, I'm gonna make my own streaming service for music, DMCA is coming for you next time as soon as they realize what you're doing.
Yeah.
So
They're always coming.
like you can't do shit
Yeah.
about it.
I remember when the first time I actually stream on Twitch, it was, like I feel like weird at this, but like I enjoy it at the same time. I'm playing to people again. Like I was so long like without playing in a club or something like that, or for people in general. It's like when I start when I met all the Discords, all the servers here, and start like playing on like doing live streams, and a lot of people like doing that engagement was like, whoa. And I always tell everybody like, I'm gonna be streaming. Maybe you're not gonna see me, but I'm gonna have like Discord or Zoom or something open that I feel like you're watching me right now,
Yeah.
and I can like flow my DJ set with your like
Your
emotions or
interactions.
like
Yeah.
your reaction and all of that,
Mhm.
because that's the way I know how to play.
It's
And well, I think that's the way we know how to play.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, it has to be weird though, like sitting there, there's like I'm going live, and nobody's like people are in your chat, but they're not in the room with you. Is that like awkward for you or
No,
no?
not at
Yo,
all.
Not at
You
all.
said something, and I know all of you could probably relate to it, but at least for the Twitch world, doing a first stream, it's a lot different because you have people watching you, but there's nobody around you in your physical environment, so it's super different, and so it's just trying to adjust to getting used to that as well, because like you said, you literally have people. You could have hundreds of people watching you, and I could be sitting in this chair with nobody around me. So it's definitely something different, but
You
just
would
kind of
think
getting used to it.
you can think like what could those people be doing while watching me?
Yeah, straight up. You never know.
You never know.
That's a big difference. Like I always think about it. Like when you play in clubs, you know that like people is drinking and they're getting wasted and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
So you kind of like flow with that.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
But when you play on Twitch, it's basically you have like sober people and the drunk people, like,
Yeah.
and sometimes just sober people, and it's like, okay, there's like a different vibe. But
Yeah, for sure.
I've been like learning about that. Like we have learned a lot about like getting more engagement with all kind of people.
Yeah, because you. Yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I lost my thought. I completely just went brain dead.
Because I mean, you could be playing to people that, for example, they could be cooking at that time, or you could be playing to people that they probably like in their bathroom listening to music, or you could be playing to people that are having sex, like
Playing video games, like
Yeah.
playing video
literally,
games.
yeah.
I,
But the
I listen to a lot of podcasts and streamings while I'm playing Call of Duty. I just
Mhm.
put it like I just don't want to feel alone, so I just put it like in the background. I just still
I
playing.
feel that, yeah.
Yeah,
That's the main reason I have two monitors, so I can play my games and then have a stream or a podcaster up. Because it's just
Yeah.
playing games gets so lonely at points if you're literally just playing like a single player, even a multiplayer game like COD.
Yeah.
You have nobody. It's like, fuck, what am I gonna do?
That's the thing about Twitch,
Mm.
dude. You're never alone if you're on Twitch.
But
There's always somebody on
but
there.
that's also the scary part, because like if you go live and you, let's say your first stream 0 views, which
Yeah.
is pretty common.
Yeah.
People get discouraged, but you build yourself back up to go back on, and you're sitting there like, all right, I still have 0 people watching me, and I'm literally just trying to talk to an empty ass room into a camera.
Mhm.
How, like, it's just,
How do you really start that from the ground?
yeah, but like it's a mental block at that point.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't. This is all I ever streamed. I've never streamed games.
For smaller streamers, for sure, dude. Like and it's tough when you're a smaller streamer because competition is stiff. It
Mhm.
is stiff. And the thing about Twitch is you have so many options. Like unless somebody's really part of your community or who truly supports you, like if I didn't know Prac and Prac's playing with 10 viewers, but I've got Downlink or like some huge artist playing, like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
tough. You know, you gotta. It's hard, especially like when you go on Twitch. Even like scrolling down, like dude, pages and pages and pages of streams. So
Yeah, like sometimes it's worth to go to 0, the sort to low to high, because
true that.
hell, like yeah, like you said, practice streaming is the raid value streaming to 10 people.
Mm-hmm.
That's so much more worth than going to sit through another Joven set. No hate to
Yep.
Joven, but
No, but yeah.
it's because you may not
Smaller
be,
streams
you may
are a
not
lot
feel
more
it.
authentic.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about you guys, but like I don't know how you read the room on Twitch. Like, do you just play what you want to play, or do you kind of like when people join, you start seeing like what they say? It's like that's something that would be hard as shit for me to even comprehend.
Mm-hmm.
well, go ahead,
Yeah.
Brock. You're the
Yeah.
you're the one.
I'm the guy with experience.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I start playing my stuff. Like, I'm focused. Like, I'm gonna start with drum and bass. I'm gonna start with dubstep,
Mhm.
or that kind of vibe, or this kind of vibe. And then I just watching the Twitch chat, like the reaction. And like, okay, like there's a lot of people like chatting and all that. If there are no people chatting, like maybe you're bored, or maybe just listen to it. So in that moment, it's just like if I feel it's just like transfer the feeling to me. Like if I feel bored of what I'm playing, it's like okay, let's time to switch because
Switch
actually
it up.
I am bored too. So I don't like I'm not liking it. Just switch it to something else, and that because that's one of our concept. We since like 2 blocks, and that now great value is like the fusion, and always like for me it's always like we have to fusion because that's the fresh. That's always gonna be fresh. And I think like studying marketing like for the music and how the big artists, like the real big artists, not like the not like that you know, like you hear about them like yeah, that's a legend. That's not an artist, that's a legend. And all of them have the same thing in common. Their album or the song are a fusion of 2 or 3 genres, different genres. And basically that's it's more engagement with because you feel it's something you listened before but in a different point of view. and always like telling a story, and that's what we have for our like DJ sets or our songs.
Yeah.
It's just like tell a story. Like you feel like happy, then you want to go down, you want to cry, you want to like be like
Rage.
super mental, like destroy everything, like mosh pits and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there's a moment for every part of that, and
Yeah, because
usually in our sets.
the best albums you see out there are the ones that tell you a story in a very good way. Like, for example, making the fusions out of sounds and everything. Because for me, that's the correct way to tell a great story. Because you have ups and downs. You can tell any other type of things, any other point of views with a different kind of sounds.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a big part because you you know how to difference one album that is just like pure club music,
Mm-hmm.
just like like an artist that they had like I don't know 10 unreleased songs, and then the manager they just go like, hey yo, you need to release this, you know,
Mm-hmm.
we have to make money right now, and the artists are like, oh yeah, they just release it like I don't know an album, and they just make something real like soulless, you know,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
so empty. But then you see like these concept albums. That's the kind of way that we want to go, like a concept with each album, each word that we do, like tell a good story, tell the meaning about everything, and that's quite a difference because when you tell a story, the people will always think about it. They always will think about the moment that when they're listening to that song. I remember when I listened to this Eminem song "Stan," you know,
Oh yeah.
and I never listened to the lyrics before, like in with attention, because I was like, you know, it's rap, and I was in Venezuela, and I wasn't like a good with a good level of English.
Yeah.
Then just one time I was in my car, and just I was like, you know what? I'm going to listen to the story. Let's go ahead. And I was driving like normal, and then when the song finishes, I'm like, yo, what happened here?
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
where that's where I saw like, okay, the trick here is to to tell a good story, to tell that
Mm-hmm.
something that impacts you, that take your attention, you know.
Yeah, Scotty said something really cool in the chat, and it's something that pertains to Twitch. And it's basically just, you could use Twitch instead of, let's say you wanted to try something different, and you went through the process of working on a really good song that was different, and you released it, and it didn't get good feedback. You put in a lot of time into it. Or, you can go into a Twitch stream with your community and just try something different and, see how they feel. Like you can I don't know, it's a lot more flexible,
Yeah.
especially when you can go live and do things, because you get direct interaction from your community
Mm-hmm.
and like you have a lot of room to work with instead of, putting time and time into a track that you want to try and then you put it out and it's just like So it's the
Mm.
same idea, but there's a lot more room to work with Twitch.
Yeah.
And
And
especially like interacting too, like like they were
Yeah,
saying, like interacting with your viewers is like it's nice. Like if I go into Prac stream and I look up to Prac and he talks to me, like that's nice, man. That's
Yeah.
touching. People appreciate
uh,
that.
I'm just
yeah,
gonna
it's like the instant feedback.
Mhm.
I think
Yeah.
and just even
that's
look at
way better.
YDG. We all jumped in his stream last night, and what's the first thing he did? Yo, thanks for the raid, guys. Like, if you were to
Yeah.
do that to I can't even think like Joven. I'm shitting on Joven today for some reason. He probably wouldn't even say anything. He'd be like, thanks.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I don't know, that's the interaction's huge because it's
Yeah.
just it makes everybody feel welcome. That's my
Mhm.
personal thing. Like
Yeah.
if I sub to you and I'm gonna say it, I'm gonna call it a simp for it. I subbed to Pokimane once just because I was like, fuck it. I gave her a Twitch Prime, and I literally have not had a sub to her since. that wasn't gifted. I've been gifted like 12 subs to her. I digress. She completely ignored me. She just never
Yeah.
said, "Hey, thanks for the prime." Nothing. Then if I
You
go
gotta
in,
get-
what's up?
it's tough too when you're that big and you get like 200 subs a day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
But it's also when you go into like 2 blocks. He just got his button. The first thing I did, as soon as he went live that first time, I hit sub.
Yeah.
He was just like, "Yo, big ups," which I appreciated, because you know what? I know you're working your ass off for that button. So I'm
Hell
like,
yeah.
"Hey, I appreciate what you're doing, so I'll just take a big ups and I'm good with it."
Hell yeah.
And it's just shit like that. Like, you got to
Mhm.
make your fans feel welcome. 'Cause
Yeah.
You're like
well,
the host.
one thing about that is like we worked really hard about that sub about them. Actually, I was every time I was playing or I was doing a stream, it was like not just me. Like the music I was like playing, it was me, but like in the back was George working on the contacts, following, marketing, all of that kind of stuff.
Telling
Like,
all my friends to go there, go there, go there.
oh.
every time we have like we publish something or we stream something, it's like we do it's both of us every time.
Yeah.
It's not just like, oh, because I want to stream it there, yeah, just stream that shit. No, we just like, yeah, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do the engagement, we're gonna take advantage of this and see what if the people like it, if throwing some new stuff and all that. And then after the set, we start like discussing like, yeah, that's a good track. Maybe we can work in a different way or something like that. Like our IDs
Hmm.
that we have a lot, a lot of them.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna ask a question that's gonna come off me being a fucking dick per usual. Why have we not had a trade value 2-person like setup yet? Because I've only ever seen you doing that. Like, are you both the producers on this, or is it just like a collective where you do the music prac and then George is like the corporate guy?
Well, I mean, it's like 50-50 some days, and the other days are like, because I started when I met Ernesto. I'm going to be honest with the other guy that was playing back in Venezuela. Like, we weren't into the producing stuff, so we were like, but at the same time, I always had this vision to just go big.
Mhm.
As we can make better, we can do better. And then I met Ernesto, obviously, Prague, sorry. And then I start to go to his house and see how he works, because I never seen somebody produce music. I never seen any program of music production and everything. And I was like, Joe, like this is really cool. I mean, this is a whole new world for me. But at the same time, I was like not completely engaged. So I just even Prague told me like, hey, you know what? I could make you the songs, and you just go you just release it, aka Ghost producing, you know?
Oh,
Yeah,
that's a different setup. That's actually
Makes
unique
yeah.
as shit.
And he was doing it even
You
just
had the
for
following.
just
Yeah.
just for being a cool guy, and
Yeah.
I was like, well, okay. And
Yeah.
I just go to my other friend. I just told him like, hey, this guy, he can make us like free songs, and we just need to work with him and be in the studio and everything.
Mm.
Well, my ex-partner, he never came to the studio. He never showed up for make any idea. And then Prague and I were like just working, and one day Prague told me like, you know what? I'm going to teach you how to produce music. You just go ahead and watch me. And like every time I went to Prague house, I was like both of us like this and making music. Like, for example, we started at 4 p.m. and we ended like 1 a.m. something like that, and like all day. But now when we separate each other, I mean, I had to establish here in in Spain because it's a whole new different. It's a really really different thing rather than the U.S.
Yeah.
I had to bring also my girlfriend from Venezuela to here. Also find a job because here in Spain it's not as simple to find jobs and get yourself a nice apartment. I mean, it's really complicated, you know. It's
Yeah.
really complicated.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys are
So
you're not even in the same
yeah,
continent anymore?
what?
Are you guys in the same continent anymore or not?
No,
No?
no.
Okay, that makes more sense of why we don't have like a
Damn.
live
Yeah.
back to back.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. For that question, like, yeah, we start together. We basically develop, as I said before, like I never charge for teaching somebody or for work with somebody. Actually, a lot of people criticize me. I receive a lot of criticism for the past like 8 years.
Damn.
Why do they, like, if you are good, why you do this with like with no charge? And like,
Yeah.
like back in the day, it was like just hobby. Like I love this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like what I can say, like I just love it. I don't gonna charge these people for something like they might love.
That you wanna do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that they want to do. Yeah, back in the day, I was like, I just do my stuff. I just teach, and teaching, I actually learn more than actually just because if I start like charging, I feel this. I'm gonna be doing it for the money,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not. That's not the point. I don't want to do that.
You want to be. You like to teach.
Yeah, I just wanna. If I wanna, like, I don't know. I have some love for teaching or for like give my knowledge to somebody,
Yeah.
and it's like it's amazing when that person like start learning actually and like even improve more than I expect and be better than me. As an example, one of my best friends, like in Venezuela, when I started DJ, one of my friends in the high school actually started like with me. He basically moved. He showed me what is like UK music, like drum and bass, all that kind of music, because he was in love with like or we call it like the video games, like Call of Duty compilations that have drum and bass music and all that.
Yeah, dude. Yes. Yes.
So
Hell
yeah, so
yes.
he starts telling me like, yeah, this is Pendulum, this is like MC, Andy C, all these guys, like, whoa, like
Yep.
this is another level.
Mind blown.
Yeah, I started learning like how to DJ that, and when he saw me like, bro, I need to learn. I'm like, yeah, come with me, let's try it. Let's learn together, and that's how like we every day we start working like mixing new stuff. Just like for me it was like just well, I think that's for us. That was like just playing video games basically. Instead of playing video games, we were mixing drum and bass.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
crazy.
that's how my love from DJ and music like starts up. And that was like 8 years ago. Like I'm still like right now I still love drum and bass. We still love drum and bass. He just like DJ for fun because he's not like he don't want to follow that life of DJ. But actually like he's very supportive, and every time like I have doubts on any drum and bass mix or something, he's like, I got you, man. Let me show you. He brings songs like from no, like if you're looking for internet, like there's no in the internet. I don't know what the fuck, like he bring music. Yeah, it's like it's amazing. Like have that kind of like supportive people behind you.
You always have that one person you can fall back on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
You need that.
yeah, and with George, actually, what I like about the to work with him was like his vision. He has like that mentality, like, yeah, we can go big, we can go like play at EDC Las Vegas, or we can go play Tomorrowland. Like we can do that. We just have to work hard. And I think like the George ex-partner didn't have that. And I never tell George like, oh, you should leave him and come with me. I never tell that.
All Prague's friends and also my friends, they used to tell me, hey, break with him and go with Prague.
Mhm.
Like, you will see success with Prague,
Yeah.
not with this guy. And I was like, no, this is, it will be really bad for him, because to be like, hey, you know what? You don't work anymore. I'm just going to be with this guy. No. But then I was like, you know what? Yes, yes, because this guy is just dragging me out.
Mm-hmm.
So I wasn't even like going over or going to other place. I just was like stuck in the same place. And with Prague, we're like we just if we're stuck, we just work together to just build again and just go up again. It's like
Ups and downs.
is he having a bad week? I'm like, yo, bro, it's okay, no problem. It's all gonna be fine. Also with me, because right now I was having a lot of issues with the exact same thing about moving out here in Spain, and Prague was like, yo, just chill out, because if we're stressed, if you were like bad, nothing good's going to come out of this. So we need to be calm down. So we're really supportive from each other. We're not like, oh, you're bad with it, you don't work, or no, because we really do understand each other, like in a point that even like when I wasn't like too much know about music production, I just told that for example, we were producing in his house, and then was like, hey, you can you make this sound just like to sound a little bit rubbish, or I don't know, just a little bit like this, and the next was like, okay, Sutton, and then he made that sound exactly how I said it, and I didn't even know about music. I was like, yes,
Okay.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
yes,
Even
Well,
and yeah,
I
basically it was
wanna
like that.
I wanna ask this, before we start kind of closing up the podcast and Prax starts wrapping things up. Um, with raid value and two blocks kind of, you know, being left in the past, like what obviously raid value is gonna bring like motivation to y'all and it's exciting, but like are y'all bringing something like different to the table, or is it just like a rebrand thing, or like obviously y'all are moving towards Twitch as well, so like that's going to be a new thing as well, but like what does raid value like kind of mean to y'all, and like where do y'all want to, I don't know, which direction are y'all heading in with raid value?
I'll give you guys a second to think about that. Yes, we're gonna be wrapping it up soon there, Aishwa. I'm sorry, I'm gonna butcher your name. Sorry, they were just kind of talking and we all kind of got lost about chat. We usually do kind of interact, but we were just been lost in conversation. So we're here every Thursday, and Mondays a different podcast. So if you ever want to swing back through, man, we're gonna be here.
Yeah, we do live music shows as well.
Sorry,
So-
I just saw that and I was like, yo, okay, I'm always gonna try to reach this guy out, cause yeah, I can't just leave that man hanging like that.
Yeah.
But
Heard that?
back to the rebrand or raid value. What
Yeah.
was
It's like, what is raid value?
yeah? There you go.
You want to start, Frank?
Oh
I
shit!
knew it.
Always, no, because always this kind of questions, whoever you ask him is like, let me think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, raid value is actually it's kind of like a rebranding, but
Mhm.
it's not like it's gonna be the same thing as Toolbox. No.
No, not at all.
We want to focus. We have an idea for Toolbox, but basically with the time, like everything get out of rails, and we start like doing whatever we want, and like doesn't matter. Like yeah, you can play like house, techno, whatever. Like doesn't matter.
Mhm.
We start like the same thing with the music. Like yeah, we have techno, we have dubstep, we have drum and bass. Like nah, that doesn't work. Like but now we've been talking with a lot of like professionals that actually work with real like not really DJs, like famous DJs.
Yeah.
And yeah, and a lot of like, all of them tell us the same thing. Like you are good, you guys are good. The only thing is like you basically like you're playing like all around. Like you're trying to play music for everybody, and that's really hard.
Mhm.
So you guys have to focus first on like on one fan base, like one uh, kind of like genre or people that actually like that genre, and then expand it. And I start like well, we start thinking about it like, yeah, actually that's one of the biggest problem we have right now, and I never thought about it. But yeah, like we I actually I was thinking like before speaking on with all those people. I was thinking like we should change the name Two Blocks because it actually doesn't have any meaning. It's just like
Yeah.
it's something that it
Yeah.
actually when we came here into United States, that was like something on a billboard that's saying like, oh, this bank is 2 blocks from here, and like, oh, 2 blocks.
2 blocks, 2 people.
It
Yeah.
was like that.
Yeah.
Like we just landed and we go outside of the plane, and then just Ernesto like, hey, look over there, 2 blocks, and I was like, sounds good.
Mhm.
Our name is 2 blocks. There you go.
So I think
Easy as that.
We
Bromer's about to address a question in Twitch chat, and then after that,
we're gonna
you can
we'll wrap up
yeah.
and we'll get everything. But
Mhm.
they were gonna. There's a guy in chat who wondered, do you guys know what happened to Greater Colombia and why it was split apart? Like,
Oh.
like that's I'm just reading
Here
chat,
you go.
man. That's not.
Yeah, we know, we know.
Well, I mean, it's hard to explain right now for me in English because I know the terms in Spanish.
Do we have a translator?
Yeah.
In this most simple
Yeah,
terms,
just
it could be
very basic. We don't need to go fully in
Well,
depth because
I know, I don't know. I just think that they just saw that it's really complicated to control a lot of people and just decided to be like, okay, this place right now, Venezuela, then right now Colombia. But like in the more historic way, I think it was because of Simon Bolivar, but I actually don't remember the exact same things that happened that broke the Grand Colombia and then just appeared Venezuela and then Colombia. You know, Venezuela was even like before being Venezuela, it was a German colony.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, it
Did
was a
not know
German
that.
colony,
That's
like
wild.
crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So it was just basically
Yeah.
like it was too many people for everybody for one person to control. So just like, fuck it, you're here, you're here. We're just sending it like this now.
Yeah.
I mean,
So yeah. So for the people that actually doesn't know, the Great Colombia is like it's like the Europe Union version of America, of South America.
yeah,
Back in the 1800s.
Damn.
It failed because of that. Like there were like uh, different kind of like mindsets
a
about that.
lot.
Like America, like South America is really really big, and make all South America one country is a really big deal
Mm-hmm.
actually.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I didn't know half that shit, honestly. I didn't know it split apart. So that's you learn something new every day.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, guys. You guys have anything you want to plug? Like, I know we got our show coming up in about an hour. Let you guys kind of figure it out. But anything you guys want to plug outside of just you coming on our stream and performing?
Raid value on everything.
we have we have this phrase that's called "raid the culture," and I really like it to start to utilize that phrase
I like that.
into our main thing. Raid the culture. Why? Because you don't know a lot of music that you actually don't know that you like, but if we put that music and you listen, you will start to loving it and you will start to listen to it, and then obviously you will start to listen to it to rate value, obviously.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, rate the culture. We're going to rate the culture of our countries and probably like
Check your disc.
everyone that is just in one genre, like open their mindsets to a lot of genres out there. That's our main focus.
Well, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I just want to like thank everybody that actually joined all the raiders that actually joined the
Yeah.
podcast. Um, but for the people I'm calling raiders because
No,
a lot
it's
of
a
people in the chat is about to turn. I think they're turning to Great Value fans.
that,
Oh yeah.
no, that is a
Hell
Only
yeah.
great
if you're
name.
liking our songs, you will become a raider. Just to let you know
Yeah.
that.
That is a
If you like the
fantastic
song,
name.
we give you the badge of a raider, official raider. There you go.
Yeah.
So crack. Let everybody know what's about to happen, and then you got to check your Discord. But yeah, let everybody know what's about to happen tonight with both of the Twitch channels.
Yeah.
Okay, so the the main channel is gonna be Electric Vibes. It's gonna be on here, like for the event.
Mhm.
And if you want to support, I'm gonna be we're gonna be as a Rate Value. We're gonna be hosting uh, the the stream on the Rate Value Twitch channel, so you can subscribe and all that. If you want to do donations and all that, you can
Please.
do either way, Electric Vibes, or you can
Yep.
do that
Yep.
in the. And if you wanna see more, like follow us or something like that, you can just go to our Twitch, and maybe we're gonna do like extended version of the set for tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If
So
the
what's
people,
gonna
if the writers ask for.
heard that? Yeah. So 1 hour from now, wait, are you going live before to kind of play some music?
To kind of give us a
Um,
pre-party.
Or what's going on with that? Or are we not? Are
Um,
we just starting the show in 1 hour?
yeah, no, I think we just started the show in 1
Start
hour.
the show in 1 hour.
All right.
Okay. Yeah.
Mhm.
So 1 hour, we're doing the show, and then the show's gonna be what? Maybe like an hour and a half,
I think it's an hour
right?
and a half.
Mm,
Something like that. Hour and a half, and
yeah,
then
an hour and a half.
if you guys want an after party, he said it's up to us, you know. So
It's going to be
yeah,
up to Rack because the after party for me is going to be impossible.
yeah,
Yeah,
And-
I know.
it would be nice. But yeah, honestly, yeah, thank you so much for being here, guys. This was super cool.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Definitely,
guys. Be
yeah,
good.
this is a beautiful time.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that set tonight. Everybody, make sure you pop in for that. And make sure you come around for Wednesday. We also got that.
Mhm.
We got a show coming up then, and Monday we have Aftershock. So definitely
Yep.
come around then. And this has been the guest list with our guests Prack and George.
Yep.
Yes.
From everybody at Electric Vibes, have a great night, guys, and I'll see you in it. We'll see you in about an hour.
Peace out, peeps.
You guys.
Yeah,
Raiders.
Later.
Later.